Let's be real for a moment. There's nothing better than when a viewer takes their bits and tosses them your way into your bit cup. You feel good, you feel great, plus you're making a little bit of money. But what if I can make that feeling be even better? Oh, I can, but I'm not gonna do it alone. My friend Jon Grim is gonna show you how to make your own custom bit cup to give you that more personal branding feel on your stream that's gonna help you stand out and look super awesome. And guess what? We're getting started, obviously, right now. Hey, welcome back, all of you beautiful people. Wild here, and today I've got something super special that I get to share with you that I don't think's ever really been talked about or shown. We're gonna show you today how to make your own custom bit cup for when you receive bits on Twitch's platform. Now, this whole tutorial is done due to the sheer will and awesomeness of Jon Grim. You don't know Jon, you're really missing out. Jon Grim is an awesome professional artist that streams live on Twitch under the art section. The man is literally a master with the paintbrush. He does things that I didn't even think were possible or probable, not really sure which word works, but I think they both do, that he does with a paintbrush. And he's taking time out of his day to show us a step-by-step guide on how to make your own personalized bit cup that you can share or brand on your stream. So Jon, take it away, man.
Thanks for the little intro, Wild. I appreciate it. So as Wild mentioned, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to go ahead and make your own custom Twitch bit cup, which you get access to once you become an affiliate or a partner over on Twitch. And once you get access to this, you get a really boring, dull cup. So maybe you want to spice things up. Maybe you want to kind of have a little bit more branding with your bit cup. Or maybe you just want to liven your stream up a little bit, have it look a little bit better for your Twitch overlay. You can do that with these custom bit cups, and I'm going to show you guys how to set it up step by step. And you're gonna be able to download these free Twitch graphics in the description down below that Wild provides for you guys. So assuming you already hired an artist, or maybe you're an artist yourself and you drew your own Twitch bit cup, this is gonna be how you're gonna wanna set it up. We have a couple pre-made ones here, and let's take a look at this Oni mask. So now we have our bottom layer, which as you can see contains the full image. From here, you wanna have whatever it is in your image that layers on top of the bits. This is going to make it look more immersed. This is going to make it look like the cup is actually holding it and not as if the bits are just floating suspended in air. So if we turn off the mask layer, you can see that the top layer is actually a very transparent flame. So if we make another layer to demonstrate, what this is going to do is our bits are going to go here underneath the actual top layer, whatever that is for you. And this is how it'll look. You have the bits underneath the top layer and above the bottom layer. That way the cup looks as if it's holding everything once again. And just to show you other examples, we have the dog here and the bits would go here, and it'll look as if the dog is holding the bits, right, about to eat them. And then we have the succubus, which isn't much different, where the bits would go here. So you want to make sure to split your layers up like this. You have a top portion, and then you have a bottom portion. And you're going to sandwich the bits between those two layers. So now that you have your completed drawing separated into two different layers, you're going to want to save each layer independently. So we're actually going to go ahead and delete the bottom layer, so like that we're just left with the top portion. And we're going to save this as a PNG file. What this is going to allow us to do, it's going to allow us to keep that transparency in the background. That way when we put this into OBS, we can still see the stream, and we won't have, for example, a pure white background covering our entire stream. Now you're going to want to go ahead to File, Save As, and you're going to save this as a PNG file. As you can see, I'm naming this Dog Cup Top Layer, so I know like that it's the top layer of my custom bit cup. We're going to come here to save as type, and we're going to go to PNG. We're going to go to save, we're going to hit OK, and that saves this portion. It's important that we save this as a totally different file name, just like that if you need to, if you make any mistakes, you can always load up the old PSD file, or whatever drawing software it is you're using. That way you have all of your pieces for your bit cup. Now we're going to go ahead and go back enough steps. That way we have the bottom layer now. And now we're going to want to go ahead and delete this top portion that we saved previously. Delete layer, yes. Let's take that out of the folder and we can delete the folder now that nothing's in it. Delete group, and now we just have the hand. And you're going to want to save this the same exact way. So we're going to go back to File, we're going to go to Save As, and we're going to name this Dog Cup Bottom Layer. And we're going to save it as a PNG file as well. Save, okay? And now you have all of your pieces saved that we can now import into OBS. So now we're in OBS, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the plus sign, we're going to go to Image. image. And just for organization's sake, you're probably going to want to name this after the layer it's for. So if you're currently loading in the bottom layer, you'll probably want to name this bottom layer. From here, you're going to find the file wherever it is you put it. And as you can see, now we actually have the dog bottom layer. So now we want to load in the top portion of our Twitch BitCup overlay. And there you go. Now you have to position these in place and you have to resize them the way you'd like them to be. I find it easiest to resize this if you just go to the top right or left and you drag it to the size you would like it to be. So let's say I want it this big. It's really easy to then just go ahead and resize the hand one, the bottom layer, to be in the same size. Make sure you overlap them as close to perfectly as possible. And now all we have to do is load in our BitCup. So now you come over here to Streamlabs and you choose the cup that you think fits best. Regardless, you're really not going to be able to see the cup at the end of this, so don't worry about the design of the cup, more so worry about how the cup is shaped and how it holds the bits. So I happen to like this cup, we're gonna go ahead with that. From here, all we have to do is load up the cup itself, make sure it fits nice and comfortably in his hand, and you can see that my cup is actually invisible. I'm gonna share with you guys my actual settings for my cup, that way you guys can replicate it and make your cups invisible as well. This is pretty essential to get the immersion of the actual bit cup, otherwise it's not really gonna look as good if you have, say, a cup inside of the dog's hand. Like, what is that doing? So if you go to your jar, you right click it, and you go to filters, it'll bring up this menu right here. If you pull up chroma key by hitting the plus button, you can load up a chroma key effect. And that will allow you to get rid of the green screen, which is the same setting that's gonna allow us to make our Twitch BitCup transparent. You can copy my setting exactly if you would like in order to get the same effect that I have. But feel free to go ahead and mix things up if it works better for your stream. And remember, we're only applying this chroma key to the actual cup itself. We're not applying this to our design. So as you can see, once we start messing with the similarity, it turns the bit cup kind of on and off, if you will. You can mess around with the smoothness, but understand the more we do this, the more some colors of the bits will actually disappear. And the bits can be pretty small depending on your design, so you don't have to worry about that little tiny green outline that you'll see. You'll never actually really see that when you're streaming. This right here makes it more gray or less gray. And then you have the contrast, brightness of your actual bits, and then the gamma. And now all that's left to do is put the actual layers in proper order. So as you can see, we have the jar, we have the top layer, and then the bottom layer. And all we want to do is press this little arrow key here in order to move the jar down into the proper position. That way it is underneath the top layer, yet above the bottom layer. So let's see how this works. As you can see, the names come in the top, and then the bits drop into the dog's hand. If you would like to get rid of those names, all you have to do is crop them out really easily by holding Alt and then dragging that box down. And once we go ahead and someone donates bits, we won't see their names anymore, but the bits will still fall in. And you'll be able to see that here once it goes ahead and actually falls in any second now. There you go. Alright, that's about all there is to it. So Wild, take it away, man.
Damn, that was actually really cool and really sick. Jon, thank you so much for sharing that information. You know what? Jon's not even done just yet. He went out of his way to create a bunch of free graphics for all of you to download to use for 100% free. Gonna do you a favor, I put a link down below that'll take you to the website to where you can get them. It's on the insidecreator.com under the free resources, so make sure you check it out. I really hope all of you found this information like super informative and super helpful, and I hope that you actually really enjoyed this collaboration between Jon and myself, and you'd like to see more. Do me a favor, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see what I can do to help you get creative inspiration from a lot of other people on streaming platforms. Now, I personally want to thank Jon for putting so much effort into this video. Thank you so much, man. But I just have one question for you. Why are you out of so many tissues there in the background? What, you didn't think I'd notice? What are you doing, man? But anywho, since Jon was the superstar here, Jon, why don't you take us out, bro?
So check it out. If you guys are interested, you guys can find me over on Twitch 5 days a week. We stream every single day except for Monday and Wednesday. And over there we have hyperrealism, we have fan art, we do cartoons, as you saw some of these in today's video because I designed these, and we even have some graffiti. And every now and again we play games just to have ourselves a good time. I'm sure Wild linked my Instagram, my Twitter, as well as my Twitch. Be sure to go ahead and check it out if you're interested. If you're not already subscribed here, then Wild's got amazing informational videos. You should definitely be subscribed. Anyway, I hope this video helped you guys out. Be sure to download one of the many Twitch BitCup overlays we have down there in the description. We'll catch you guys next time, but until then, peace.